I'm reading this on the little outline that Zito sent me. It says report that Marlins outbreak happened because they left their hotel in Atlanta to have a good time, air quotes. What happened and how much personal responsibility do these guys have? Because that's going to be the NFL. Like, it's all on the players. How do you, once you're in the facility, yeah, we're pretty good. We have a lot of good protocols. Once you leave and you go home, it's on you to try to make sure you don't infect the rest of your team.
Hey, Atlanta do be like that sometimes. You know? I mean,
did
Atlanta
they go to Magic City?
Be like that. What's that?
I said, did they go to Magic City?
I would assume. I mean, Cheetah's down there as well. I believe there is a bevy of options for you down in Atlanta. And I put out a tweet last night begging for all these said adult ballets or other clubs that are available to go ahead and just shut the doors to these athletes. For the love of sports, just shut the doors down there in Atlanta. But you got a lot of old whites, too, going on Twitter talking about how these spoiled little brats – they're getting a chance to play out their dreams, and all they have to do is just for a couple months lay low. It's like, think if you're 23 years old, 24 years old, and everybody has said this. Every human has said they feel invincible, and you listen to what the original stats were about COVID-19. It's like young people are okay. So there's this initial thought, I would assume, from a lot of younger players. And I think it's good for the NFL what happened with the Marlins, to be honest. Now, granted, every player opting out of the Patriots organization is wild. What the hell does Belichick know? What is going on up there? I do not know. And other star players opting out. What the hell is going on? What do they know that we don't know? And by the way, getting offered six figures just to chill, I guess, is something that some players are going to take 10 times out of 10. But I think there is a heightened awareness on the players that the onus will be on them to kind of lay low. This is on you. We all very much understand that if you're the healthiest team and you don't have COVID, you're going to be the team that wins in the end, because that's a real thing. In the NFL, if you're healthy at the end of the season, you're going to win.
So sorry to interrupt. If you're a man watching this, you deserve to have long, great. And you can do that now with our friends at Roman. Right now, you go to GetRoman.com. You get $10 off and free 2-day shipping on Roman swipes, which are guaranteed to make you have longer, more fulfilling every time you get in the sack. Now, let's get back to the fornicating action.
Now we're in a time where as long as you stay away from that Rona bitch and you don't lose half your roster for 2 weeks, you're probably going to win in the end. So I would assume there's a lot of conversation about from the veterans on the team talking to the younger guys on the team. Because, by the way, I was one of those younger guys that probably would have had to been talked to. Like, hey, Pat, need you not to be an idiot, okay? Like, I understand you're potentially seeing an opportunity to go, boom, have a good time here, or maybe go shotgun a beer here, or maybe beer bong a thing here, but then put the mask on afterwards. Need you not to do that. Need you to lock it down. So I think the veterans on the team have to have a big deal, and I think the Marlins situation is a perfect example for the NFL teams to be like, look what's going on with the Miami Marlins. Yeah, they stink. They're not going to win it anyways, but they almost shut down the entire MLB. We can't have that happen for the NFL, and most importantly, we can't have that for this team because we need everybody to be able to field a team at the end of this entire thing. Are the stories that the Marlins got infected by this down in Atlanta when they went to Magic City and saw twerking and working, is that true, or do we know anything on how this has all come about for the Marlins organization? Because they're the only ones that have a failed test in the MLB. The only ones.
Yeah. As much as I would love for them to be true because it would be hilarious, I honestly don't know. I mean, I've heard the same things that you guys have read on the internet, and there's all kinds of speculation. But I think, you know, in instances like this, it's almost like the public wants to blame players and throw them under the bus. I just don't think that's fair. I don't think it's right. And if it turns out to be true, then they brought it on themselves. But I have absolutely nothing to confirm the idea that they were out running and eating lemon pepper wings, and that's why this happened.